today is our first day in Hawaii. We woke up at all o'clock in the morning, like at 6, and then we headed over and caught our flight. Our flight was at 8:30. We left pretty much right on time, and then the flight was pretty smooth. They actually served us a really good breakfast sandwich. That was pretty nice, and a cookie. Oh, and then before we got the flight, we actually also got like a breakfast sandwich or something from Gatto's over in the international terminal. And the flight was pretty smooth. There was a couple rough patches of turbulence, but nothing too bad. We landed, took a roundabout walk to try and find where to get picked up from Lyft. And then we took a Lyft ride over to Ginza Bayou. Our Lyft driver is a super chill dude. I got a feeling we're going to see that a lot here. Now we are just waiting for lunch. So yeah, more to come later. We just got to our Airbnb, and Charlie was texting the person who runs it, and so far it seems as though we've gotten everything in order, so we're gonna start moving stuff in. But before we do that, let's go ahead and see what it's like. Please remove shoes. Got it. So apparently we can go upstairs. So we're gonna go explore what's up there. Charlie says that there is a common room up there, so let's go. We're usually used to having, you know, kitchen and living room on the bottom and then bedrooms on top, but this one has split, so that's what we're seeing right now. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bedroom house. Not bad for an Airbnb. So we finally found parking in Waikiki. We're heading to dinner at Waikiki Yokocho, and we spent the past 45 minutes dealing with that scratch that you saw us start with. Unfortunately, when another Jeep was trying to get around us, they sideswiped us a little bit. Not too terrible, but definitely had to do a police report and everything because we don't have insurance on our car or anything like that. So, car rental insurance. Yeah, car rental insurance, there you go. And the other people at rentals, they're really nice, you know, it was obviously an accident, but they're also from Japan. So we had to use Charlie's linguistic skills to get there, and then we just so happened to be helped out by a Waikiki ambassador, or Aloha ambassador, which is basically someone who patrols around, and more later. So we made it to the Waikiki Yokocho, which is a Japanese food hall, and as I was explaining earlier, we had to spend some time doing a police report for our rental car, and that spent about 45 minutes almost. maybe it was a half an hour. It just felt like forever. So Waikiki has Aloha ambassadors that patrol the area and help tourists. They're like intended to help tourists, and one happened to be passing by as we're trying to figure out what to do. So we were able to do that. But anyways, I'm hungry. Maybe we can elaborate more on that later, but until then we're definitely gonna go down to a very, very, very busy food hall. So let's take a look, shall we? See a lot of different choices. It's a Japanese food court and everything's styled in Japanese fashion. So we're gonna find something good to eat and I'll catch you back then. So I just purchased some musubi from this little stall here, and as Charlie is waiting in line, we are going to munch on them and see if we like them. We'll see how they taste in a moment. As I was waiting in line, they just got mentaiko in, so I was pretty excited about that. Anyways, on to tasting. Alright, so we purchased 3 musubis from that little shop that I showed you, and now we're going to try one of them. So we got salmon, tuna and mayo, and mentaiko. They actually restocked mentaiko as I was waiting in line for it, so I'm really excited. So this is the little shop that they got going there. And as per Japanese fashion, they have a little easy to open tab. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And pulls away. So it opens it up. And we can, oh yes, here we go. Interesting because it's warm. I'm used to it being cold. Still just as delicious as Japan though. Oh yeah, this is really good. Now Charlie's gonna try some. Wanna try it?
Sure. Alright, so Lynn was already trying this mentaiko onigiri, and she left me a little, so I'll go ahead and get a bite. That was hella good. That's delicious. We're waiting in line though for like tempura don, or a bowl, which is pretty much just a bowl of rice with a bunch of tempura on it. And it seems to be one of the longest lines here, aside from the ramen area, which is just insane. But yeah, we'll check back in a moment once we get seated or something.
So after waiting in line for about 45 minutes and then waiting an additional about I'd say maybe about 20 minutes or so for food. We have finally got our food to arrive. So after this, hopefully we can take a walk. But until then, we are definitely going to try some. So, cheers. Let's see what it's like. It's really good, but the flavor, not something I'd recognize from Japan, but it's quite nice. After we finish up here, we're gonna go take a walk around Waikiki, see if we can find anything. I might go geocaching. Yeah, until then, see you later.
Alright, so now we're at the International Marketplace, and we're just checking out some of these really high-end stores. I believe there's a food court in here called The Street that we're going to check out in a second here. But this place is pretty glamorous, a little rich for my blood. But yeah, we'll check back in a moment.
So, we are walking around Waikiki right now, and we have just stumbled upon the street food hall, which is pretty popular on like tourist guides and whatnot because it's got a lot of choices in there. And so they really suggest going in, so we found it. We're gonna try it in this elaborate mall here, and let's check it out. So as you can see, it's pretty popular and small, but it's effective because there's plenty of things you can try here. So let's see if we can find something that we want to try. So we just walked through the street, which is the food hall here in the International Market in Waikiki Mall, and it was small, admittedly. It had a lot of different things to try, like they had a ramen bar, and they had a regular, like full-on alcohol bar, and then they had a dessert shop and a hot wing shop. And you know, the food looked pretty cool and whatnot, but it wasn't really like mind-blowing or anything like that. If you don't have time, you wouldn't really be missing much if you skipped this one if you came out here. So I don't really know if I'd suggest it. It's worth a walkthrough, but once again, like there's a lot of other things to look at, which we're gonna go see now. So we'll check back with you then. So we are gonna try the last two onigiri that we got. We got the salmon, and then we also got the mayo tuna. So here, John, you can have that one. I'll open this one. Hold down just like the last one.
Yeah, so we finished walking around part of Waikiki, and it was right after the International Market and the street food court that we decided that we're just going to walk down just a little further down the street, kind of make a loop and come back. We actually saw another really amazing like shopping area. Lynn, do you remember what it was called? With the statues in it and the Christmas tree you were testing at your phone?
Yeah, I don't recall what it was. Like,
yeah, no.
Like, it led to the Sheridan. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
It was just like the Outrigger Reef, something along those lines, but it was really amazing. It was just had all these Christmas decorations and everything going all over it, and it was another just really rich place. It definitely wasn't as rich as the international market. That was the most probably like gaudy place that we went to. But that being said, we just walked back along the street and made it back to the Waikiki Yokocho mall, and then got back in the car and just hopped out here. Just like a side note, I don't know if Lynn mentioned it earlier, but we did get into a bit of a fender bender. Someone actually hit us while we were parked. We were in the car. I should say we were stopped at a stoplight, and someone decided not to stop behind us, and so we're gonna have to deal with that tomorrow. So it just was going too smoothly for a day one, is what I was saying. And
everything was hitting right at the time marks. We were doing really well as far as time goes, and so
then all of a sudden, just some guy who decided that he wanted to be in the same spot as me at the stoplight.
It wasn't too bad. He was just trying to get around.
It was cool. Yeah, it was just interesting. I mean, he definitely wasn't used to driving a big Jeep like he was driving. So
that's for sure. All right.
Anyhow,
let's try
all right. So what do you got?
Salmon.
Salmon. Okay.
So I'll go ahead and try that. I definitely wish that there was seaweed wrapped around this. It's good. Tastes like cooked salmon right in there. It is missing like a nice layer, so to speak. That is something I'm more or less used to. And usually when they don't have seaweed wrapped around them, it's like sprinkled inside. You want to try back?
Sure. So, that tastes like canned tuna. That's it. It's not actually all that good. I wouldn't say it's horrible, but I wouldn't go out of my way for it.
I'd say this is better than the salmon though, because that's just salmon. There's no like mayo or anything in it. I prefer the salmon onigiri usually, but in this case the salmon's just dry. It's just like thrown in with rice. Feels very much like a poor man's dish. This at least tastes like somewhat salty. Has a little bit of mayo in it, so it's like got a mixture of flavor. Not much, but more than like a single dimension like the salmon does. Here, trade back.
You want to finish that?
No, I'll finish this one. It's cool.
Okay.
Because I usually, like I said, I usually prefer the salmon anyways. I'm not actually the biggest fan of like tuna in general, so.
Yeah, I don't like canned tuna, so.
Well.
Reminds me of cat food.
Almost like spam reminds me of cat food.
Felt like the taste reminds me of the smell of cat food.
Oh, I could see that. That definitely would make a difference. But, yeah.
Anyhow.
This is how we're wrapping up the first night. All things considered, besides that minor fender bender, things went pretty well. It's funny, it mists pretty often here. Like, what we would consider, like, light rain, they don't consider anything. So, every now and again you feel it, like, a small droplet on your face. And it's like, oh, no, that's just from the clouds. Definitely super busy right now. Like, lots and lots of people. Lots of street performers. Lots of random street performers, too. Just people with karaoke machines just busting out and singing. So, you know, it's anyone's game out there, really, I guess, in Waikiki at the very least. The rest of the area is not so much. So far it's been pretty good. Although today when we went to Costco, that was packed. There was like a line to get in. But we were able to get all the snacks we needed. We were on our way to Target, but we found a Walmart. So then we stopped by there and grabbed some stuff. I had to grab some sunglasses because I forgot to pack some. And then beyond that, like, so far everything we've tried as far as food has been pretty good.
Yep.
Today was an all Japanese food day, for sure. And then ending with onigiri. And there was a lot of, like, it definitely feels like Japan sometimes when, like, all you hear are Japanese people around you.
Yeah, the person who like hit us in the car was Japanese and didn't speak English, so it was a true test of language skills. I mean, even the cop and the like tourist ambassador that was there that helped us got the cop because we needed a police report for the rental company. It was just one of those things where they were both like, well, you speak Japanese better than we do, so if you could just translate, this would be great. I'm like, oh man, that's a lot to have to translate, but
Yeah. Although I will say it's really cool that they have the Aloha ambassadors that ride around making sure things go smoothly, because the only reason why he stopped, we didn't call him. He stopped because he was patrolling the area.
Yeah.
You know, like...
So it's just these, like, dudes that kind of look like, maybe they're, like, parking lot attendants.
Or
or
mall
like,
cops.
Yeah, or mall cops. But they're truly helpful, and...
They certainly try.
Yeah, he tried dialing the non-emergency number for the police, couldn't get through, and it was like, would you mind dialing 911 for me? I'm like, all right, sure. So we had to go that route, but other than that, yeah, there's a lot of Japanese here. I mean, it's to be expected almost, right? And I would say that we're just gonna turn in for the night now, because we have an early day tomorrow. We're starting up real early again to go do the Pearl Harbor stuff, yeah. So because the USS Arizona is currently closed for renovations because there's some damage on the
memorial.
Yeah, the natural memorial. So they have to fix that. That won't be done till March, unfortunately, which means I won't be able to see it again. And we're gonna go do the USS Missouri, the Mighty Mo Museum, the Aviation Museum, and the Bowfin Submarine Museum instead. So that'll keep us plenty busy. And then we're just gonna fart around Waikiki again.
Oh, plot twist. The guy who hit us actually invited us to dinner.
Yeah, we'll see if that actually pans out. I responded saying that it wasn't, obligatory. Yeah, it wasn't necessary for him to do that. He didn't, we're just glad that everybody was okay. And so we'll see what happens. But if that doesn't happen, more Japanese food for dinner tomorrow. But lunch is going to be a toss-up because we're going to have to eat at one of the museums, kind of how we planned it out, unfortunately, or fortunately.
They don't really give you much of an option, unfortunately. Yeah. They just say, like, there's, like, a hot dog stand and a snack cafe, snack bar, and it's, like, that's where you have to eat. Like, those are your choices, and it's like, okay, so you can either leave the island and go elsewhere, which is an option, but then you're wasting up to, like, an hour and a half, or you're just stuck with kind of mediocre food, so it's kind of like, okay, well, I'm sure the food's not bad, it's just tourist food, but it's nothing to write home about, it's just substance to get us through the day. Although, for the morning time, we are going to try and stop by Leonard's for some malasadas, I think they're called. Yeah,
malasadas.
So, so hopefully a hearty breakfast of donuts will help us get through the day. But we'll see, because walking through the museums, like, gotta wear tennis shoes. I'm wearing, like, nice clothes because it's a memorial, so you don't want to, like, they actually won't let you on if you just have, like, a bikini top or anything like that, because you have to be respectful. Yeah, no, that's,
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah. That'll be our night. Alright, see you in the morning.